I couldn't care less. I just want Pep to go
Oh
away.
my God.
You
I mean, to be fair, as someone who's listening to the podcast, I wouldn't want to hear the podcasters say I couldn't care less because the
I
podcast
don't care because for me,
it doesn't make sense. Hey,
what
cut this
significant he
lah.
does
Cut
to
this
Pep
lah.
win the title and not win the title?
No.
Nothing.
Oh my God.
Alright, gents, we are back in another episode presented to you by Bollock Studios, where football nutmegs the nonsense. So, I know last week we took a break, but nevertheless, the show still goes on. Yeah. So, of course, the weekend's matches, where the only thing that was more dramatic than the title race, God, I actually wonder. I don't know what is more dramatic, right? So, speaking of the North London derby, what a showdown, man. So, yeah, I think it was a very good game. But of course, sadly for Spurs, they once again reverse fixture, also same scoreline. I mean, we'll be getting into all those topics right after this as well. And we've got some topics on the VAR. Very tricky VAR decisions that were made. However, we will get into all those topics as well. But for me, I just feel sometimes I feel sorry for our players at times when it comes to VAR decisions, right? It's where, from a celebration which can turn to a therapy session,
Not only the players, the fans.
Even
too.
fans,
Yeah.
want to celebrate? No, wait first. Wait for it. Like as if waiting for exam results. Exactly. Must check the board, see the exam results and all that. I feel sorry for them as well, But as mentioned, so we are going to be talking on some very big questions across the title race, whether if it's still alive. Did the derby change anything? And most importantly, who finishes at the top four? So, of course, with some Premier League drama, controversy, and some emotional damage. Boys, let's get into it, man. So, yes, I know we have been, it's been almost a week since we have been experiencing not just the Ramadan month. So, Sharif, hope the fasting is all going on well for you. So, and not just that, yeah. So, for those who did celebrate Chinese New Year, we wish all our fellow Chinese friends a happy Chinese New Year. So, right, boys, I take all are all good. Every one of us are good. Not so good once again for Newcastle, from
Okay,
mid-April. Right. We'll get into that. Right? So, but yeah, speaking of which, what a showdown, man. The match between Tottenham Hotspur against Arsenal over the weekend, where the match results were 4-1. Arsenal getting the better, obviously. I did watch the game, in fact. Yeah, so it looked to me, it looked like Spurs were showing some degree of character. At the same time, I also felt that they were troubling Arsenal in the first half. So it's like when Eze scored the first goal,
brilliant goal.
and they didn't even have time to properly celebrate, and there you have it, man. Kolo Muani scores back the equalizer. It was like, hey, what the heck? Not just not enough time to celebrate. In fact, people who were tweeting, I would like to think, even I was wanting to tweet something. I didn't even have time to tweet. I decided to cancel my tweet because they equalized, right? But then the second half just literally changed everything, man. So boys, I just want to ask y'all, man. I don't know who either one of y'all want to go first. So with Arsenal's derby dominance, right? Does this still prove that Arsenal is, title favorites, or is the pressure still on? Sharif, you want to go first? All quiet for a while, waiting.
Well, I think it's still what I'm looking at the table here. Match played 28. City has one game in hand again, and then they will play again. Yeah, it looks much more closer than the early days, right? And I think I don't think that it's what they call it. the title race is gone for Arsenal, right? I think they are still in it. I think they are still the best team, right? Again, I do believe that it's theirs to win, but 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 yeah, it was a shocking results when they had the double game week in game week 26, right? They couldn't get 3 points. Yep, and I think that
Exactly.
that makes things much more difficult at the moment because it's like if they don't win the game, right? If they win the game, then it's 5 points. If they don't win, then it's 2 points, right? So so pressure is definitely there, right? And I think Man City is just riding it, right? They just taking game to game, right? So I think we also mentioned in the channel as well, right? It's easier to chase rather
Mm-hmm.
than leading, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
you do not know what's going to happen, right? So yeah, um, m- a lot of games more to go. I'm happy because it's proper title race right now because it does not look like a title race earlier in the season before Christmas. It looks like a one horse race, but now it looks
Mm-hmm.
very close, right? It looks very close, and yeah, it looks like City also needs to win as well. So if City drops the point, then Arsenal extend their league as well, right? So yeah, I think it's still Arsenal, and yeah, I also do agree as well. The pressure is much more higher right now because it's much more closer than December, right?
Agreed. Agreed. So, Kuhan, you look like you want to say something otherwise. I don't know if I guessed it right.
No, I think if you look at the Arsenal game per se, the last two games they didn't do enough, and City were gaining ground. And let's talk about City later. But based on the last two games, the last minute equalizer they concede from Wolves, this was a point where this is where the bottling starts. Actually, this right at this point at Wolves game, actually,
Ooh,
the
very, very,
bottle.
very scary word, when you say
Yeah, yeah,
bottling.
because they have lost title at this points actually before.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So the bottle starts this time. The bottling starts this time.
Mm-hmm.
Classic Arsenal bottling. But when coming back to this game, we have to understand that they are playing Spurs with their new manager Igor Tudor, who's Croatian. But I don't think Spurs has been in terrible form. They had massive amount of injuries. This is a game for the taking, actually. In my opinion, they have to get. But then, given the derby sentiments, but I don't know that the derby sentiments for Arsenal and Spurs is not the derby which we are accustomed to seeing. The Manchester
Yep.
derby, the Tyne-Wear
Mm-hmm.
derby,
Mm-hmm.
London derby is no one really cares. But still, Arsenal has to do the job, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the game was going on well. I think Eze scored, and then Spurs scored back again, and then I think Grokares scored, and then Spurs equalized again. So Kolo Muani scored the equalizer, and it was deemed a foul, which is very surprising because we have seen that goal being given. He just slightly pushed Gabriel, and Gabriel fall,
I
and he
agree
scored the
with that,
equalizer.
lah. Yep.
That is supposed to be a goal. We have seen that goals many times. We have seen Zirkzee doing it. We have seen Ekitike doing it. We have seen Walter Mate doing it. All those goals were given, but this goal was not given.
Is that
So
due to because it's a derby? Is it because of that?
I want to ideally believe that the PGMOL and whoever is governing the game together with them, that there is some kind of fairness and they follow with ideals and everything. But sometimes the visuals and what I see doesn't show that there is like invisible hands playing behind. I'm not what is this saying that the Premier League is rigged and they want only the top teams to win, like how we think the Champions League they want only the Barcelona and Real Madrid to win, so the referee will play a role in it and everything. But every so often you always will wonder what happened if that goal would have stood.
I agree. Actually, I agree,
So So that is the thing which was concerned. But on the other hand, Arsenal were superior. So even if the goal
Mhm.
would have entered, they would have they would have won. I think. Sharif, you got something to say?
Yeah, I wanted to touch on the fall. Okay, I earlier when I watched the highlight and everything, I really agree, right? It was not that strong push, right? And Gabriel was taking a yeah, I do not know, maybe calculated risk or something that they
Mhm.
train the ground. If you have any contact, then you just drop
Yes,
on the
right.
ground.
You can't do that as a defender.
Correct. So it's also a risk as well. But I think there's I read somewhere as well, the ref give is not because of the push. It's because if you guys also aware, I think when you challenge the ball, you need to challenge the ball. Meaning, if you are going for the ball, two people need to go together. One
Mhm.
people cannot just stay down and then wait for the other guy to fall down and then get the ball. So the logic is there. So Gabriel is going for the ball, but Kolo Muani is not going for the ball. He's waiting for Gabriel. He's just shielding Gabriel, right? And then waiting for Gabriel to fall down. It's like when you are winning the second ball in the middle of the park, right? Sometimes you always see two players going on together, and sometimes you say, hey, excuse me, that guy only dropped down. Why this guy got the fall? Because he did not challenge to the ball, right? So Colomoni did not challenge the ball, right? And if he had, I understand. So like Zirkzee and Walter Made, they went for the ball and they did challenge, and the defender dropped down, right? So that's the difference of when you see from,
Mhm.
I know, but this is the point of view from a referee's standpoint. So it's not a fault on the hand. It's not a fault on Colomoni pushing. It's the fault on that he did not challenge to the second ball.
It's ridiculous, actually. That means what? That
That's
means
the
the
rule.
ball is coming. If the defender in front of you jump, then you challenge is a goal. It's like I think whoever wrote that article never played football. It's very simple.
No, it's the same as well. For me, I feel it's a logic. Don't take it in the penalty box. Let's take it in the center of the midfield, right? If the ball is high, and say for example you and I are going for the ball, but I played, I know that this guy I know Matt will not reach the ball, so I let him jump, right? And then I just wait for the ball or wait for him to trip over, and then I get the ball. Then I definitely get the fall because I did not challenge
Are you
the.
sure that's a foul? I don't
Yes.
think it's a foul.
We've seen this many times in Premier League.
No, but normally the one who will stay down, they will try to drop down. But once you're on top, you are going to slant eventually.
Exactly, and that's what Colomoni did not did. He did not went for the challenge. He was sitting down. He was Gabriel leaped up. Colomoni was just shielding him. You get it?
But I mean, but that is also part of football. You don't have to challenge for the ball in the air. You can wait
That's
for the
true.
defender to
Mhm.
fumble.
I
As I
know,
say,
I know,
But
but
but in
yeah,
that case, we all can agree that I don't think he would have fumbled with the ball because I mean they were probably trying to challenge the ball, but
no, I
instead
mean
of
he put
waiting for
his
the
head. It was very soft. That's the question. It
I
wasn't
was
a
just
hard
about to say
push.
that it was a very soft push lah. I mean we all can agree with that lah. But
again, the fall is not on the push, right? The fall is not on the push. The
But that,
fall,
that, that, that
the f-
even
yes,
I know you are going back that because the guy never challenged the ball at the same
yes,
time.
it's simple as that.
Therefore, it's not the goal. That doesn't make sense. I mean, again,
Then how do you explain if in center of the midfield
I
when
don't
two
think even in the center of the midfield, you
how
if
many
you
how many games we watch? We sometimes we see two
no, but
two two people go
if
challenge to each other, and
yeah,
then one
one
people
person
just.
doesn't jump and you wait for the ball to come, I think it's not a foul.
It's different when you are far. Then it's different. If you are going together with the ball, normally this happens in the middle of park, and
Okay,
definitely the one that's leaning against to the person who is jumping, it's always giving a fall. That's
yeah,
a
that's
fall,
a foul normally. Yeah.
and that's what Colomwani did, right? Because he's even though he looks like a push, but he's leaning.
But okay, let's say even that is correct, lah. But all the other four goals, when you see 4 or 5 goals, we have been scored similarly this season. For me, it was not a foul.
Because both of the challengers challenged
I
the
don't. I mean, the Ekitike one is terrible. Have
Okay,
you
maybe
seen
I
that?
think yeah, I have not, but I remember that because players like Zirkzee and Walter Made, right? They are the one who is very aggressive in the box, right? Meaning they fight for the second ball.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's why I don't have a vivid picture, but knowingly the goal that Walter Made and also Zirkzee scores, they are always physical. They challenge the ball, which is 50-50. They jump together, right? But then they win it's like the same. I do not want to say the Gyökeres goal where he shielded the I think the second goal, right? He shielded. That's a physical goal. A challenge. So it's different again if he just like for example, do not go through the ball or he do not run the ball and then just wait for for the defender to stumble upon, then it's also a foul as well.
Okay. I mean,
We've seen this many times.
okay. Okay. But the thing is that, in my opinion, Walter Made is one of the most foul player when he's jumping in the air. The referee, because I think the referee mentality, or you're a big boy, you can handle it. But same thing
Yeah.
happened to some
That I
short
can
player like
agree as well.
Bernardo
Yeah.
Silva.
Yeah.
They say,
Yeah.
okay, we understand.
Yeah, and that is why if I think if Kolo Muani jump or maybe challenge the ball together and Gabriel just fall down, then referee will give the benefit of doubt to Kolo Muani. Come on,
This.
Gabriel is so
Yeah.
strong. You cannot just fall over, right?
That's true.
But that this again, this pushing player and everything. We will talk about this even in the Newcastle City game.
Oh
The
yes,
Dan
yes.
Burton goal. Yeah. But
Yeah. So
okay. Let's put it this way: even if Spurs would have scored that in that goal was given, they wouldn't have won the match. But I also feel that it would have been a draw.
Yeah, I feel it will be a draw.
It would have
Yeah.
been a draw. But for me, the problem with this match was I don't like Saka.
big statement, man.
Yeah, I
I
don't like. I think there is a problem. He is not releasing the ball fast enough for Eze and Gyökeres playing. It's very simple. You are not Mohamed Salah. The stats is backing it up.
Mo Salah
You are
in his prime,
yes. Yeah, even old man Mo Salah, Mo Salah also. I don't think so. Saka can polish his boots. Doesn't score as many goals. Therefore, he shouldn't cut back and trying to drag back and everything. Release the ball early. He missed a ton of chances actually.
Mhm.
So
Does
and
this
even what?
does this make Saka very predictable?
Of
In
course,
his
he is
play.
predictable. Dan Burn can mark him out
True.
when he's
True.
playing left back.
Mhm.
So and Dan Burn was playing left back. So my point is that I don't like him because I think he is not exactly a team player. He is not captain material as well. You could see Declan Rice doing a lot of directing and everything like that. But what I don't like
But
about
he
it is
costed the first goal.
Mm,
This
oh my
yeah.
god. You know what? I you know what happened? So I texted to my Liverpool fans. If Arsenal lose this match, or this is the equivalent of Gerrard slip. It's the same thing, before the match start, he was like, talking, giving the person, I mean, keep when
prep
they scored
talk and all
first
that.
goal,
Yeah.
talk, keep it focused and everything, and he lost because I think Declan Rice is not a press proof player. I think he's not a
Mm.
press resistant player. I
Mhm.
can see that you can actually trap him, and that's what they did actually to
Mhm.
dispossess him and get the ball. It was a mistake. So but again, I think he's a better captain material than
Then
Eze. I think.
Saka.
Sorry, Saka, and I
Mm.
think Gabriel and Saliba could be captains as well. I don't know why they give a 24-year-old boy to become a captain. I don't know. They should stop giving responsibility for people who are talented. That means if you are talented, fulfill your talent. And when you get older, that's what you do. Gareth Southgate lost the Euros because of allowing, at that time, probably he was a teenager, to take the last penalty kick
Yes.
against Italy.
And
And
the amount
now
of
you're
abuse yeah.
yeah, I mean, you
Yeah.
subject him to that and everything unnecessarily, which is fine. But then now Arteta made him captain. I mean, maybe Odegaard didn't play, but he's not captain material. He is a silent, quiet type, and I don't think those kind of captains win anything.
Mm.
I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Is there a silent, quiet captain material around? You all can remember?
False
Hmm.
goals.
But he wasn't the main captain for
Yeah,
for
Gary
Leeds.
he
Neville.
was.
But I think they lost a lot with
I
when
know. I
Paul
mean,
Scholes was
Gary
captain.
Neville was. Yeah, he was pretty vocal.
In the
Gary
dressing
Neville.
room. I mean, come on. In a tunnel, he couldn't step from himself, man. Roy Keane need to step in for him.
Yeah,
That was
that's what
how
I
long
did.
before he became captain.
But
Yeah,
but
but you
So
no, for me, Gary Neville is not the like the Roy Keane, like the Bruno Gomes and
yeah, that's
everything.
true
He's
lah.
yeah, yeah. I don't see he going and challenging the what they call that, the referee decision or something like that, right?
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
He's vocal. He's talkative. That's the difference. He's talkative, not
who?
vocal. Gary Neville.
Oh, okay. No,
Yeah,
but coming back to the
he
point,
like to talk. Yeah.
Saka is not captain material, and I think in important games like this, in a title chasing season, you want your captain to be. Before going to the City and Newcastle game, Haaland is captain material now in my eyes. So I think my real issue is that he needs to start crossing in earlier the ball
Mm-hmm.
instead of taking early shots or trying to cut inside and whack the ball inside the goal to curl the ball. He's not Mohamed Salah. Just pass the ball. There are better strikers of the ball in front of you. Eze is one of them, brilliant player. Gyökeres is one of them as well. Now he's starting to score important goals. The key word here is important goals. Of course, Eze didn't score in his last 5 matches. But again, go and watch the matches again. How long does he hawks the ball in the right hand side? It's just too long, actually. He's wasteful.
That's true.
This is my take of the game. I think if that second goal would have entered, Arsenal would have drawn the match, and I would blame it on the not taking your chances. Actually, for the record, since I think people will not like you when I say I don't like Saka. Arsenal last season is 4 points lesser than where they are this season,
Mm-hmm.
so that's a
Oh.
good sign.
Yeah, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. Yeah, exactly. I agree. So, but yeah, so obviously speaking of the title race and the top 4 topics that we want to just cover in a nutshell. So, considering that, considering that, yes, with Arsenal's win, obviously they're still on top of the table with 5 points adrift to City, right, at second
One game in
place,
hand.
and then followed by Aston Villa. And considering Chelsea, Liverpool, and United are level on points, so um, Sharif, is the do you think, I know you have answered quite a bit of it as well, lah, but then of course, in your eyes, that you still feel that Arsenal could clinch it still with the remaining games left in the league? Or do you think there could be a sudden switch where City might just win it with their quote and unquote weakest City team?
Ever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh, I don't know. I think I still stick to my. I think I will not say my prediction, but I do feel that it's Arsenal to win, right? Yeah, they had a blip in the game week 26, right? But looking at the fixtures between Man City and Arsenal do have a better run, right? So let's see, yeah, what 10 games more, right? So 10 games, 30 points. That's a lot, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So anyone, it's between Arsenal and City, definitely, because it's 5 points. It's anyone to win it. But Arsenal, it's because City needs to win two and hoping Arsenal to draw. Sorry, to lose two, right? And they only lost 3 games in this whole season, and they only concede 21 goals, right? So they are the best scoring team. They are also the best defensive team, and they are also the best winning team. So I
It's
mean,
like
the data shows, if any bookmakers will definitely go, bets will go for Arsenal, but Arsenal is Arsenal. So yeah, let's see. Maybe City could do something, but it's not because City can do a miracle, but it's because Arsenal did not, uh, you know, um, did not clinch it, right? They definitely did not,
Mm-hmm.
just
they bottled it. In other
yeah,
words,
yeah, yeah. They bottled it again, right? Next season FC again. Yeah,
Next
yeah.
season FC again, huh? But again lah, I think they have been too long being regarded as the next season FC lah. So as much as, look, I personally have been rooting for Arsenal to win it for quite a
yeah.
while.
You MU
But
fan, ah?
Well, can lah. Now can. Because we don't see MU going to challenge for the title anytime soon. But then you can root
Eh,
for other teams.
exactly.
I will not do. I will quote Alex Ferguson. I do not care
I
less.
don't. I
No,
don't
no, no, no,
couldn't-
no.
Yeah,
It
but
doesn't work
care less.
anymore.
I mean,
It doesn't
you
work anymore.
you see lah. I mean, okay. I mean, guys, hear me out, right? I mean, you see a couple of teams that I've always admired in the way they have rebuilt and all that. I mean, look, we have covered a lot of these topics online and even offline as well, right? Like how Liverpool did it. Obviously, City also have done it, and and let's not talk United lah. They've always been doing it lah. So.
Doing what?
But rebuilding but never happened, so but
Perpetual rebuilding.
but then of course we touch on Arsenal. I've always admired how they have rebuilt, and I like always take those things as examples. Sharif, equally you have also shared the things that they have done. Yes, joke all we want, right? About Arsenal. Yeah, the only
Yes.
thing they won in
FA Cup.
Arteta's first season, first 6 months, not even first season, first 6 months in
FA Cup.
charge was an FA Cup, right? And that's the end of it, right? Look at what they have done to rebuild and to bring them to where they are today. I think it's been good lah, really. It's beyond good
It's,
lah, if you
It's
ask me.
been excellent. It's been
It's been
excellent.
excellent, actually.
Exactly. It's been
For me,
that's the right word.
that's how a proper club should run.
Correct. So
And
So,
if
Sharif, this is why you're rooting for them to win as well.
I'm not rooting. I'm not rooting them, but I admire how they transformed.
That's
Yeah,
the.
from
It's
a
good.
number 4 club, right? And then they went out from number 4, and
Mhm.
then they got in Arteta. No one. He was only a assistant manager in City, meaning he had not coached a proper team, right? And Arsenal was the first team that he coached, but how the club mold the structure on top of
Yes.
him, and
And
allowing him to
also,
do.
and also having the patience, not
Correct, correct.
Yes,
But I do believe, Kuhan, the patient was only the first 2 seasons. Starting from the 3rd season, of which is in Arteta, you could see the type of football, the progress they have, right? And it takes 2 seasons. Where else I got to say lah? Where else Man United? It's not about time, but you don't have everything.
one to add. You see, like Man United have a bunch of problems, but then you look at Spurs, they have $1 billion stadium. They have the best infrastructure in the world.
Correct.
Actually, they had the best managers come and go as well.
To dare is to
yet-
do.
And yet they are good, and yet they're going to get relegated this season. I hope they get relegated.
Ooh, big statement, man. Big statement.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I
Yeah,
would
so-
love to, because we can put the blame on corporate culture for years.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
So,
sorry. Go
Yeah,
on.
so I mean, of course, as I was saying, right? But then so to continue to what I was saying, I know we went, we kind of deviated a bit, but of course, as much as I've always admired looking at how excellent they have been, right? And I've never not rooted for them to win the Premier League this season, right? I mean, even last season, I was really hoping they would have won it, even the season before. But again, it was what it was at that time lah. However, I think, yeah, as much as this season, yeah, as long as, in my opinion, I think as long as they maintain their winning run, let alone, okay lah, I mean, can they afford to draw? I don't know if I dare say that, because the moment Arsenal draws any of their upcoming matches, City is just behind them waiting, man. So again, and I agree, Sharif.
Maybe not. Maybe
I
not.
mean, put it this way, man. The next 10 games, it is quite of an easy run on a cup. There are a few,
Paper.
on paper. Let's put it that way. On paper, yeah, you can always say that, yeah, it's pretty easy game, can win, or can win and all that. But the question will still remain, and probably this is a question to whoever is tuning in and who is going to drop their comments as well. Yeah, can they maintain their consistency for the next 10 games to win? I mean, for Arsenal, right? So speaking of consistency as well, as I mentioned earlier, we have 3 teams respectively 4th, 5th and 6th place in the Premier League. Chelsea,
But we're not talking about that,
Liverpool,
right?
and Man United. No. It's just
no one cares about that 4th and 5th anymore.
Yeah. Okay. So I mean, the top 4. I mean, the race to top 4 basically. or should I not say basically, but obviously to get into Europe. Um, what's this transpiring, man? Now, three teams are level on points, and with their remaining fixtures, United does have another big game as well coming soon. They will be facing Chelsea as well, I think, very soon. I'm not sure in game week what, I can't recall. But but my question to y'all would be, what would this transpire, man? Either one of these three teams to finish top four.
Actually, the three teams will be rotating with, I think there'll be like 10 points or 11 points will be exchanged between all of them, actually. So this will change. I mean, Villa is dropping points, MU will drop points, and Chelsea drop points the last two games. So this will be changing, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't see like for now. I am, as a fan, I'm very much interested in the title race, the top two, because they are neck on neck. And so this is how I see this, actually. Yeah, I don't know,
Mm.
Sharif.
Yeah, I think maybe I agree with Matt over here. I think it's very close, right? 4, 5, 6 is same point. Chelsea played, Liverpool played, so Man United has an advantage if they win.
Mm.
Right. In the early morning game, all right. And they can leapfrog Chelsea to fourth place, and that will bring them closer to Villa by 3 points, right? So yeah. I don't know. I do feel Liverpool will definitely creep in later in the season. I do believe they have a better squad, they have a better manager, they have a better structure, right? The
But
only
they
thing that
lost their talismanic player. Florian Wirtz is injured.
no,
No, I
uh,
mean,
And
you've been playing well for the last few games.
well,
I agree. I
he's probably playing
mm,
with a team where he's the best among the worst.
correct.
Does that make him a
I
better
think
player?
it's like a blessing in disguise, right? I think now,
I agree.
Okay,
yeah.
but
Look at Isak injury. I know when Isak was there, then you have to play him. But then you also know that Hugo Ekitike is the better form player, right?
I mean, Liverpool
Yeah.
struggled against Forest without Florian Wirtz. Like struggled.
They-
I,
Even with him, I think one of the previous games, even with him, they struggled.
No, they are playing better with him. I mean, we made fun of him throughout the beginning 007, but before this game, they were doing well with him. I mean, he scored goals and assists and
I
everything there.
agreed he had form.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
but
had form.
and he got injured right before the kickoff, I think. So they had to pull him out. And this is a poor Forest, and Liverpool struggled to play them as much as we think that they were all guns blazing. So
Yep.
maybe this could impact their form.
Yeah, that also, and also, yeah, it's a new manager syndrome, right?
Yeah.
You always play
Yep.
better after a new manager, right?
Agreed.
And this is also maybe also I do agree they struggle with Nottingham Forest, but good teams always grind results, right? So it proves during the 97 minutes somehow Liverpool got
Some.
the yeah it different with Chelsea and Man United somehow the last minute either they draw the game or they lost the game, right?
Chelsea
So
drew the game.
United with Everton is a very very tough place to go
It's
with,
going to be a
right?
tough game. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. I
it's a
agree.
challenge to Michael Carrick. Let's see what happened because they had almost like what 20 days in Dubai, right? So let's
They were
see
in
how.
Dubai. They were enjoying
Yeah,
in Dubai. Oh my God.
they doing
Let's
some
hope that
fitness training. Yeah,
let's hope
because
the
Normally they do well,
shawarma helps.
yeah, the
Normally they do well.
shawarma, the lamb mandy, and no, the the players look fit, right? So I would definitely expect they running Everton out, right? If they come in and then it's the same United all over again, then again I hate to be right? Like I say, we have bunch of lazy and coward players, right?
Who's Everton
Mhm.
manager, by the way?
Everton manager is the OG. The
David Moyes,
OG,
man.
David Moyes.
Uh,
And you think he's
So
going to give you all an easy game?
I definitely that is why I say it's a challenge for Carrick and the team,
yep,
right?
yep.
After Michael Carrick allowing, of course, going to Dubai and allowing
It will work
players
for
to
them, I guess.
So,
allowing
but
players to come in late, shorter
exactly.
training and everything. So I expect them to run more. right?
Yeah,
Because
I
we
agree.
know David Moyes' team is a very, very physical type. And physical, it's not only just challenging two balls together, right? It's also about running. It's about also about closing down. It's also about going for the second ball, right? So yeah, it looks like we have a good squad, right? United. So let's see.
Yeah, so let's hope that of course as we are recording this, it is before the Everton and Man United match. Yeah, so what do you call it? So yeah, let's hope, man. So although yes, they are level on points now, but of course a win would obviously put United back at fourth place, yeah. And but of course a draw as well, but hopefully not a loss lah. Considering the first fixture, it was a loss against 10-man Everton. So yeah.
Now,
Yeah, but of course, yeah, let's see, man. What I mean, again, what is going to transpire again? For me, I just hope that again, it's a hope that kills lah, as I always say, right? That as long as there are consistencies in the next run of games, right? So it could possibly retain the similar fourth, fifth, and sixth now, where Chelsea finishes fourth. But with speaking of Liverpool's form, then probably we could we could expect a flip lah on the top four, right? The top four hopes where perhaps United could finish fourth. We don't know. So yeah, but then at the end of the day, Kuan, what do you think? Who will finish? Who do you foresee
We
to
don't care.
finish? Yeah,
oh, of
maybe.
course
Oh
I
yeah,
care.
in
Of
your
course I
case,
care.
you don't care.
Of course I. Of course, I have to not care because, like, how this podcast also don't care about Champions League football because one team is. So okay. On a more serious note, of course, I do care. I think the fourth and fifth place is it's going to be changed a lot. I think. I don't know. I don't see Chelsea doing it. I don't see MU doing it. I don't even feel Liverpool might do it. I don't know whether Brentford can pull it off. I don't think. I also think that Everton has been improving. They got a couple of good draws. So yeah, this. I mean, we have to understand. Sunderland were amazing in the beginning of the season, and now their form is dropping away. This thing could happen to those third, fourth, fifth, the European spots as well. Actually, so yeah, it's still very open in my opinion. It looks like from 10 position, it's like 6 points behind. I think is it 6 points? Yes, I mean 5 points behind. So that's 2.5 games there.
Yep. And yeah,
So
looking at, I mean, Aston Villa, yeah, although recently they have gone through a dip in form, so
yeah,
again, we don't know how much
so it's
they will
like
be impacted
it's
as well. So
depending
yeah,
on when you peak and when your form drops
yes.
and is contingent to injury as well. I think MU don't have major injury problems yet. Liverpool is having I think is their defense having problem. Liverpool, okay, now their star player of the season is injured. So
Oh, which
I
one?
mean Florian Wirtz, not Ekitike yet. So Chelsea has a new manager which shows some promise, but let's see how.
All right. So let's wait. Let's stay tuned to that, man. Stay with us as well as we journey to the last 10 games of the season. Yeah. Obviously, touch a bit on the title race and the top four topics as well. I know we select a bit of United considering we are we have the game week is still ongoing. However, I know earlier in the episode we were talking about some degree of VAR decisions, yeah, and refereeing decisions and all that. Bang, the City and Newcastle game had some sort of questionable decisions.
Okay,
What's your feeling? And
I want,
your,
I want,
I want to
feeling.
gauge your
I want,
feeling.
okay, I want to back up a little bit lah. Back up a
Okay.
little bit. So so before VAR was introduced,
Mm-hmm.
the accuracy of refereeing was about 82 to 92% in all European leagues. So with the VAR, the accuracy now is 96 to 99% in all European leagues. So we won't get this Arsenal versus MU match, and I mean Arsenal versus MU match where where the refereeing was terrible, where you lose titles, you get relegated, you never enter big championships. All this is now becoming lesser and lesser. Dear. So the and just a couple of weeks ago, the what is this? The poster kit match of why VAR was important was the FA Cup tie between Villa and Newcastle, where the referee made a lot of blatant decision. I mean, couldn't give a penalty where the handball was within the box. Red card challenges was avoided. The goal Villa scored was clearly 2 yard offside. 2 yard, offside.
Right.
So so this and these FA Cup ties were and I think the Carabao Cup until the fifth round, I think you don't have VAR. Referee has to be on par. So turns out the referee now they have a crutch in VAR. So they're not good like how the days where even they're making 82 to 90% accuracy, they don't have
Mm-hmm.
that anymore because it's very
Okay.
blatant. So and then following week we came back again the VAR issues we had with the Kolo Muani thing is one thing. And then there is also the City match where Dan Burns' goal was disallowed because he was pushed into offside position. So again, we don't know how the VAR thing comes back. I mean, we hear that the one of the suggestion I think that Gary Lineker likes is that you give the captain to call if there's a mistake, something like cricket does. But I don't think that's right as well because sometimes not that means the captain and the player should be continuously looking at what is happening and who's being fault or being punched in the face or something like that. So yeah, that's if you have VAR you question the decisions, the inconsistency, the delay in the matches. You take out the celebration and everything. So, but then when you don't have VR, the refereeing mistakes are a lot more glaring. So this is the problem we have, the conundrum actually on how you want to choose between
So, which
these two.
leads to my question as well. Yeah, there's a fair amount of debate among fans and all that, right? Where is VAR killing the game?
Is necessary.
So you feel it's necessary. Sharif, what
Of
do you
course, it's
think?
necessary.
Like, or maybe if I were to rephrase, right? Are you pro VAR or you feel that, nah?
I think like what Kuhan said just now, right? It's 99% accuracy.
No, no,
That's
no.
almost
Up to 99%.
Up to,
Not 99.
99.
Up to
Okay. Okay.
99%.
There's a
So it's
tolerance of maybe
96 to
2%.
99%.
Okay.
Up to
So that's a tolerance of maybe 2 to 3% to get
mm-hmm,
a perfect refereeing game, right?
mm-hmm,
And this is what you get, right? So it's two things, right? As a football fan, we want drama, right? We want
exactly.
headlines.
Mm-hmm,
We want did the Lampard goal went in or not. But the England
yes.
fans will not want that. With
Yeah.
England fans want no, I
Yeah.
wouldn't want my justice, right?
Yeah.
Would the offside of Denver push the offside will it be called it out and
push
so
to
on and so
offside.
forth, right?
Push the
Yeah.
offset.
So so for me, I think this is all over again when we speak about VAR, right? I agree with Cohen. VAR is a must. It's a technology that we need to bring into the game, right? It's the only thing is how the implementation is, right? I think earlier this was the when do we use VAR, right? That has been tackled, right? And then the timing, right? The decision making, right? So now, yes, it's always when the goals enter, and there's always a 50-50 chance. This guy's offside. Is this person offside? That is will it is there any build up to the goal that has caused a fall or offside and everything. So uh it kills off the mood, right? Because previously when you see the neck when the goal net shakes,
Yep,
you really scream. It's already goal.
yep,
That there's nothing more to bring back to solo back the screaming back and then say,
yep.
oh, not goal. You understand? So now it's like even though the net shakes, I do see certain when I watch football outside as well, I do see more fans are waiting. Hold on. Maybe there is a VAR thing, right? Maybe there is a penalty or something like that. So it takes the drama, the excitement, right? So in conclusion, I am agree. I think VAR is there, And I think I did mention this as well, and many of the legends brought this as well, that I agree. Captain need to bring into a question when there is a refereeing decision or VAR decision that they felt not right being done, or maybe there's a questionable. However, you give a quota. I think tennis you do that, basketball
Mm-hmm.
also you do that.
I
Mm.
disagree with that. You know why? Because this system is done in cricket, is done in badminton, is done in tennis,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think these games are as physically demanding as football. So
You get 3 times. You don't get every time to argue
yeah, I know,
with the
but
referee decision.
I think that it is football is inherently a violent emotional game. That's why it was banned once upon a time.
So
uh,
imagine this, Kun. If say for example Dan, but who was the captain in for Newcastle, or was it
Trippier was the captain.
Trippier? So if Trippier was given a choice to say, hey, this person was being pushed offside, and the goal stood, you got a goal.
Yeah, but I
It's a
don't know.
draw.
No, but I'm okay with that. But I just don't like the players making the decision to decide. I
Players
would
It's
does
say
not
maybe
make the
not.
decision.
I think it's not making the
Yeah.
decision; it's to influence the
no. I mean,
decision.
not influence. I mean, to be given a chance to tell that, okay, you know what, you can, can you ask the referee to review or not? But the thing is that it's already being reviewed, and Danburn goal was, it was amazing watching it because I was celebrating. It was clear cut a goal. I saw the replay. It was clear cut a goal. But I don't know how they showed that he pushed and then everyone was, scrambled. It was a clean goal for me. And they didn't show any more replay after that. It was so fast. The the replays and everything were like not shown at all actually. Even
Right,
now you
right.
go and Google that on YouTube, you just probably find one shots, some random guy taking the TV. So,
Correct.
remember I was telling you that I don't want to believe that the game is rigged and everything, but sometimes this kind of like
These kind of things
decision
actually, yeah.
it does actually make you
Mm.
feel that way. And coming back to the point, where I don't want the captain to ask for every decision to be reviewed.
Yeah, of course, not
Why?
all lah.
The reason why is that because you see, let's say if there is an offside decision,
Mhm.
which is
Which
given
led
as
to
a
a goal.
captain, which led to the goal, and depending where's your captain, if your captain is the captain may not be able to see, but then the captain have to believe on your defenders who tell is your offside or not. And also this one, as the game goes on, the pressure increases towards 80 minute,
Okay,
90 minute.
okay. It kind of also makes sense in a way where it depends who your captains are and what position they are playing. Whether were they there to see it, or again, I mean, usually when they defend with a full team and all whatnot. But yeah, sometimes it's the positioning that matters, and to see if it makes sense to contradict certain decisions.
Yeah.
So maybe that's why,
And
Sharif, you were mentioning that maybe there's a quota. You did mention that, so maybe there's only certain amount of
again,
times. Yeah.
the quota could be there. I think the right person to do this call, I agree with Sharif, this is doable, is for the managers to do it. Because they
Yeah,
have the view and the screen and
yeah, it's
everything.
either one. It's either the manager or captain.
But let me give you this situation again lah. Let's
Okay.
say you use all three and then you finish lah. Offside is actually offside, foul is actually foul, penalty and everything. And suddenly you scored a goal, which is deemed offside, but actually was onside. And then you lose the third one. And that is the goal difference.
Exactly. So that's what happened in basketball. So you don't have simply like your Bruno Fernandes, your captains, every time questioning the ref decision or the VAR decision. They, I believe, captain and managers, yeah, they are tactically sound. They understand the game more, right? They understand the rules more, right? And they should, right? So it's not. I mean, it will be very naive if I see a team where the captain, every single decision and use up the three of the quota within 25 minutes, right? So you could also see, yeah, maybe I do not know, maybe you were
I
touching
mean,
about
Saka
Saka
can
being
be
the
a captain
captain,
for
right?
the team, right?
Yeah, I was saying that, right? So so you need to have a very
Circle, right?
tactical, yeah,
Yeah.
tactical, and also a
Mm,
very calm
mm.
captain as well. And that is why I do believe captain is also like an assistant to the manager on the field, right?
Yep. Yep.
So they seize the game, they understand the rules better. They could discuss with the team, and it's been happening right now. I mean, the only players that can talk or can not say
Yeah.
challenge, but can talk to the referee and
As a
also
captain.
ask for justification are the
Mm-hmm.
captains. So
Yep.
it's just need to just to be extended to the VAR decision, right? So maybe let's take it like for example offside. If it's just an offside, but if it's an offside that leads to a goal, then
Mm.
it's something that you can call for review because the review is only been done through the VAR, right? It's not been done through the referee itself, unless the linesman bring up the flag, and also sometimes challenge that results to a red card, right? That for me is also game changing, right? But if it's a clear cut goal and then you suddenly say for example the situation between Kolo Muani and Gabriel. So for me, I do believe the captain for Spurs did ask what the justification, and you could see he did not, he couldn't argue because the justification was
Yeah.
not because of the push, because
Mm-hmm.
of Kolo Muani did not challenge, right? So it's also similar to VAR
But
itself.
also to be fair, the sometimes nowadays they don't fight anymore for decisions and everything.
Yeah,
Mm.
So for me, I don't think the captain he didn't push because of the justification given by the referee. I feel that what you're trying to say is good. Like how they used to say VAR would have solved everything until the problem solved came and you implement it. The same thing is going to happen with any this review system being done. I think currently what they're doing is fine, and I think we have to acknowledge that this is the limit. Such thing you will not get a
Mm-hmm.
perfect game that everything like
I agree. I
spot
agree.
on, right?
That's
I
true.
I
That's
mean I
true.
mean yeah, I was saying about the tolerance, right? It's only what 3%,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's almost none,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
right? So the only thing right now is, do we accept the VAR decision? And if we accept that VAR decision, that there's no more talking, there's no more discussion
Yep.
anymore, right?
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
We cannot go back and say, oh, why VAR did not caught this, why VAR did not
I
caught that.
I as as
That we got to accept that.
as a pundit or as a we watch this game as a neutral, totally agree with you. As a fan, I hate that shit.
Yeah, yeah, of course. And that's why, and that is what the beauty of football is, always argument. Oh, whether goal was offside, whether VAR make decision, and this is another aspect where we debate, right? Previously we just debate. Oh, the linesman blind did not saw the outside. We need technology. We need goal. The goal entered,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then we
Yeah.
brought
Yeah.
in technology. So
I think
yeah.
I think for majority of Premier League fans who don't support MU, they wanted VAR because of MU once upon a time.
But now it became Liverpool, right?
Now you are full, right? So, but, I mean, I think I just want to say this: we will not get. It is not cricket. It is not tennis. It is not badminton, where precision is measured well. Actually,
Basketball.
so basketball also. I don't think so.
Basketball is very fast.
Why basket?
Yeah.
Actually, I was watching basketball and I realized that a lot of football tactics follow basketball tactics.
Yes, yes. The five side,
Uh,
yeah.
Yep.
but again, but then you don't see direct play. You see a lot of tiki taka in basketball. Actually,
It's always been right. The pass,
yeah.
the
So
The
anyway,
counter
passes, and
attacking,
all.
the counter attack, how you counter
the
attack.
the point which I'm trying to say is that the football is a contact sport which is quite wide in space and it's very fast paced. You can compare it with rugby. Rugby is not fast as football. So it is in a unique position where you can only tolerate a certain margin of error. And this is currently where we are tolerating at.
That's true.
So
That's
I
true.
think VAR has improved throughout the years. Of course, it is still annoying that you cannot celebrate. You have to wait and everything. You celebrate, and then after that, you will not celebrate, and then but when it works for you, when you feel that there's a goal being disallowed against your team, or there's a goal being given for your team, that's when you appreciate it. So
Man,
this
it
is the
is what
limit,
it
I
is,
guess.
right? Yeah, exactly. So, well, of course, I like to think we have come to the end of the show. So, of course, what well, interesting topics. I like this VAR one, right? So, of course, speaking of the VAR, for those who have tuned in, we would like to hear your thoughts and your feelings about VAR decisions when it goes your way or when it goes otherwise as well. And before we get into a little bit more towards the end, Kuhan, What else you wanna bring up about City?
Hey, hold on. We have to talk about the Arab Dhabi.
Which one?
The City Newcastle is the Arab Dhabi. You didn't know?
Ah,
Middle East.
man. So you call that the Middle Eastern derby, So
Middle Eastern Dhabi lah. Arab money, oil money is oil money inside the oil field money, whatever you want to put lah. I think the game City went for it. Newcastle, I would say that after so many tries, comparing to they lost the Carabao semi-finals. This is one of Newcastle's best effort against City. They lost the game, but then they played well, and City looked like they are serious title contenders. They are very nervous towards the end. Brilliant save towards the end by Donnarumma as well. And Haaland, wow. Haaland was defending. Haaland was everywhere. Haaland was captain material. It is. I have been a critic of Haaland for being a tap-in merchant, and he doesn't score big goals in big games, and he's not an international level striker because his country now qualified for the World Cup, but they did this time. So,
Yep.
and I could see a player maturing. I didn't prematurely like him because he was scoring a ton of goals because he is in a talented City side. So of course he's going to score a ton of goals. I mean, if he is scoring a ton of goals in Stoke, I'll be more impressed when he was young. But now you could see him being a City man, and you could see how this team is developing. But at the same time, this team is not the City. So sometimes we give too much a credit. Oh, they're going to chase you and then they're going to win. They're going to chase you, they're going to win. I don't think this will happen this season, though. So
Okay.
yeah, let's see. I don't think they are that City.
So hence, Shariff was. I mean, I know we separately mentioned this as well. If City clinches the title this season, it's probably their weakest City team. And also, could it be Pep's final season as manager? If City wins the title this season, we are going to find out as well as we, journey towards the last. The last. I think there are 10 more. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Just before we end the pod.
Okay, last question. So both of you will answer. So let's say Pep will leave City if he wins the title. Would you like him to win the title? Or Pep will not leave City if he lost the title. He wants one more year. Which one, as football fans, you'd prefer? Or rival fans, for that matter of fact.
Ooh. So if Pep stays when or if they don't win the title, so that means he stays another season, or Pep leaves after winning it this season.
I'll go first. I couldn't care less. I just want Pep to go.
Oh
away.
my God! I mean, to be fair, as someone who's listening to the podcast, I wouldn't want to hear the podcasters say I couldn't care less because the podcast.
I do not care because for me,
it doesn't make sense.
what significant he does to Pep win the title and not win the title? Nothing.
No, oh my God!
If 3, 4th, 5th place also not important, then this is much more not important.
But I think if you ask me, right?
This is my point of view because I don't know. He can. For me, I want him to leave because he is one of the greatest manager and very hard to compete with, right? So yeah, but I don't think so. He will leave.
Yeah,
I finally you did care in a way.
Care in the sense, care in the sense where like happy when Liverpool did not work out with Jurgen Klopp for long. I thought Jurgen Klopp will be like 10 years with Liverpool, right? Right. So it happy in a sense where okay, as a football fan, the other team can play catch up. You get what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah.
But I understand that also a risk of he ellipsing Sir Alex Ferguson and erasing MU's record as well.
Well, it's still far. I mean, he need to be at least 10 years in City.
Yeah,
and
I mean, but title wise, I think he can catch up. I think he won like what 5 titles, and MU have 14, right?
20.
No, EPL
13.
13.
Sir Alex Ferguson has won 13.
Mana boleh kira semua satu generation kau ni?
So 13 and 5. That's a long way to go.
13 and 5.
Yeah, but
so that's not-
yeah, it is a long way to go. But if you ask me, I mean, my opinion, look, Pep, look, he has all our respects, lah. I mean, he took on the City job and he has changed the way how football is being played in England, let alone in the league, lah. Let's put it that
And it's
way. And he
changing
has,
again.
and he, and they can change again, obviously. But again, if my preference as a a rival fan, he's done what none of us could have imagined, right? And doing it for a club like Manchester City. So even I would even if he leaves, which I would obviously prefer, that he calls time in City and seek a new challenge all over. He obviously goes down as by far one of not by far, but arguably the best managers in the Premier League, in the English Premier League. He goes down as one of the best managers, right? And if he stays, he still is and will be, right? So a bit 50-50 on it, but want to answer as a rival fan means don't lah, enough lah. City probably needs to change, embrace change. Enzo Maresca. Hello. So I don't know. Again, we don't know. Yeah, so it's a big if, right? So again, I mean, like I said, I repeat, he goes down the path of one of the greatest managers the English Premier League has ever had, given his success, building teams and shaping them to be not just title contenders, champions, treble winners, right? Let's not forget, they won the treble and not just Manchester United in 99. Even 2 seasons back, City did it as well. So treble still belongs to Manchester in general. So however, look, should he move on and seek
He's
a new
55 years
challenge?
old, by the way. So he can be here for 16 years. So 16 years, one title every 2 years.
Yeah,
so it
correct.
matches Sir Alex Ferguson titles.
Never know. So never know again, right? But should he leave?
On him.
Yeah, it does. It really does,
Yeah,
right? And
that's
look,
the thought.
and with the constant demands and how the Premier League, is innovating and all that stuff, right? So we're not sure what's running in Pep's mind. As much as some would love him to stay and continue, challenging for titles, some might probably say, all right, he can already call time and seek a new challenge. Yeah, that's that, man. So I hope that as we have answered your question on it, although quite neutral. So it's not that I didn't care. I care. So, but of course, now I repeat this again. Yes, we have come to the end of the show, and pretty interesting topics, man. I mean, from the VAR and refereeing decisions as well, let alone, right? We would like to hear from those who have tuned in and share us your thoughts as well, and what do you think? And of course, covering the title race and the top 4 as well. Who is gonna finish where and whatnot? Yeah, I look forward to your comments as well. So this is us signing out. Okay, sorry, I'll repeat that again. So what to do? 1 week break, this is the problem.
Lari lah.
Lari a bit, but anyway. So yeah, this is me, Matt, your host, signing out alongside Shariff and Kuhan. Stick around until the next episode. And to those who are, embracing the Ramadan month, we wish you all a blessed Ramadan and happy fasting. And for those who are still celebrating Chinese New Year, please go ahead and still celebrate, and stick around till the next episode. Peace out. Cheers.